Who's a little like water and oil?
Brandy and Mr. Whiskers.
What's in the kettle is ready to boil?
Brandy and Mr. Whiskers.
One smelly rabbit, one pampered mooch, fell from a plane with no parachute.
Got stuck in the jungle, putting down roots.
Brandy and Mr. Whiskers.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Purple Husky Man. And today I'm going to honor one of my favorite cartoons from childhood. This is Brandy and Mr. Whiskers. Now let's talk about probably my favorite aspect of this show. Its humor. They have a few cutaway gags in the show.
It was wrong. It was disgusting. It was like dating 1,000 you.
Imagine 1,000 knees.
Guys, focus! Hey you, 642! Put your pants back on!
Oh yeah, I see what you mean.
And I'm not usually a fan of that type of humor, but here I think the timing is just right that they can pull it off. And this show, along with Dave the Barbarian, was really, really great with fourth wall breaking humor. Like, if you want to watch a show with really good meta humor, then I totally recommend that you watch Brandy and Mr. Whiskers. This show is also very great at character humor. I mean, sometimes the situation and the characters, the jokes will just write themselves.
What do they call that deja vu feeling you get when you think you've experienced something before?
Deja vu.
No, that's not it. What do you call that deja vu feeling you get when you think you've experienced something before?
Deja vu.
That's not it either. Wait. What do you call it? I'm having one of those feelings right now.
Deja stinking vu.
No, that's not it.
And speaking of character humor, let's discuss the characters, and we'll see why they're so great. Then let's talk about our main characters first. We have Brandy, who's very likable. They could have just very easily made her the super stereotypical, you know, rude, spoiled rich girl, and to some extent that's kind of what she is. But they just write her in a way where she's so likable, and deep down, even though she hates the jungle and she hates everything in the jungle, and she hates Mr. Whiskers. She acts like all that stuff, but deep down, you know that she really does have some affection for these things, and she's a very nice character. And then, of course, we have Mr. Whiskers, and he's probably my favorite character because he's just so silly and hyper and strange, and that just really makes him a joy to watch. Now, I mean, he can be arrogant at times, but most of the time he's very just kind and nice to everyone, and just he puts a smile on your face when he's on screen. We also have some really great supporting characters, such as Ed, who he's really kind of dumb, a little more than kinda, but he's very nice to Mr. Whisker, and they come up with plans. They come up with some plans together. Like, for example, in one episode that I've actually been showing a couple of clips from, there's one episode where they find a pet, and it's just they have some really nice bits together, and the chemistry between Ed and Mr. Whiskers is really nice. Then we have probably my second favorite character in the series, Gaspar, and he's very funny. He's the villain of the series, and he's sort of the dictator of the Amazon, I guess you could say. Speaks with a French accent. He just gets some really great lines, and I like his whole thing of him having a crush on Brandy, and I like his whole thing about how he wants to eat Mr. Whiskers. I think that you get some really great plot potential out of him. Now, finally, I'll talk about the story, and the story for this it's pretty good. Where Brandy is in an aircraft on her way to the spa, where she meets Mr. Whiskers, who's being sold to the zoo. And then Brandy tells Mr. Whiskers to turn on the light switch, and he accidentally opens the emergency escape hatch because he's Mr. Whiskers. So they fall out of the plane, crash land into the Amazon rainforest. And what I love about this show is this could have easily been one of those cartoons, and to some extent it is, but this could have been easily one of those cartoons where there's no continuity between any of the episodes. But in this show, as the seasons, there were only 2, but as the seasons progress, and I'm assuming if we had like a season 3 and 4, it would progress even more, where the characters progress and they grow as characters and get more mature. Like, for example, Brandy in season 1, she's all about getting back home, and then in season 2, when that comes along, she doesn't care anymore about. Well, I mean, she still cares a little bit, but she doesn't care that much. Like, her desire has lowered, and I think that's very neat. And I think I really would have loved to see if this would have got another season, what they would have done. Like, if they would have progressed the characters even more. I'm assuming they would have. And I'd actually say that's probably the only negative I have with the show, and that's nothing the writers could help or anything, is that this show really got cut way too short. There should have been more seasons, I believe. Not that I would have wanted to overstay its welcome, but I don't feel things were officially wrapped up. Well, everybody, that was my salute on Brandy and Mr. Whiskers. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.